everyone, it's Nova. I have a bunch of colorful decks in front of me and I thought this is a good opportunity to show you some colorful decks. Then I thought to myself, let's make it only mass market just to make it more niche and also easy to buy. They're all readily available, every single one of them. I was in the mood to read with a few tarot and oracle decks, all colorful. Like, my mood is colorful right now because we are in mid-February, and although I really love moody and dark decks, but probably it's because of my hormones, but I'm just really up for reading with some colorful decks. So I grabbed a few colorful decks and then I thought to myself, let's make it a video. All right, starting with the Star Tarot. I have the boxes here next to me. Let me show you. This is a box. It comes in a huge box and a huge guidebook. It's amazing, this deck. It is mass market, published by Red Feather a few years ago. I'm not going to show you the guidebooks because it's all about the decks. These are the gorgeous bags. I have the second edition. It comes edged. And look at these cards. Let me zoom in. I have this deck for quite a few years now. And wow, look at this. I never get tired of this deck. It is blue. The dominant color is blue, but there are so many other beautiful colors in this deck. It's so colorful and esoteric. I love the esoteric vibes of this deck. And it is like earthy, but at the same time, very much otherworldly. Like, you see the elements, the 4 elements in most of the cards. Although you see the 4 elements, but it still has a strong otherworldly vibe. So that makes it really interesting. I mean, look at these cards. I love it. It's so matte. It just makes me so happy. I am going to choose the decks that I will work with for today. What do you think? Who has this deck? It's done so well. Like the artwork. I will put the names of all the decks in the description box. I always do that. Okay, next is another beautiful mass market deck. This one is the Bohemian Animal Tarot. These are the gorgeous bags. It comes edged. This is a rock bull deck. This one also came out a few years ago and also has a huge box. And this deck is in order, so I'm going to keep it in order. I love the color palette of this deck. The Shaman. That's so good. I bought this deck a long time ago, like more than 10 years ago, and then I gifted it to someone. And then I had to repurchase it. The way the colors are used and the combination of them, it's just something about this deck. Very magical. And it makes my inner child very happy. Look at this. This is the afterlife. This is the extra major arcana card. And look how cool it is. Look at these graves, and it's like they're dead and now they're awakened or woke up, basically. And this is their mother or an angel, or probably it's their mother. And look at the god. This is like the monkey god. I have not read the guidebook for this card, but the guidebook for this deck, guys, is amazing. It goes in depth, explains in depth everything. Every single little thing is explained in the guidebook. All the details. what is happening and why this object is there and what that object is supposed to mean. And oh, look at this. The choice for animals is such a feel-good deck. Look at this guy. Oh my god, poor koala. If you want a flip through of any of these decks, let me know. I will put a very nice music and I will show you the cards. My flip throughs are like, I let each card be in the scene for like at least 10 seconds, sometimes 15 seconds. If I see the deck has more details, it will be like 15 seconds per card. Of course, you can fast forward it, but let me know if you want to see any of these decks in a flip through video. I will happily make it for you guys. Okay, next is Kahane Tarot by AGM. This one used to be an indie deck. Look at the box. And it is mass market now. The version, this one that I have is mass market. So these are the gorgeous bags. And look how colorful and beautiful this one is. It is very RWS. It's so quirky and fun. I've done many readings with this deck. It works like a charm. The cardstock is good. I really recommend this one. This is definitely a candidate for today. Because it's also so easy to shuffle. It's just a super easy, fun deck. Love this art style as well. Like you have all these suns and moons and stuff. A lot of really funny details in this deck. This is the King of Cups. These details make the reading really interesting. Okay, next is a Blue Angel deck. This is an Oracle deck, Wild Wisdom Australia. Look at the backs. I have done the edging myself. And these are the gorgeous cards. I love the energy of this deck. I love animal decks and I connect very well with animal energy for all types of readings. I love the cardstock. I really appreciate Blue Angel's cardstock. I know a lot of people don't like it because of the matteness and the thickness. I do love it. Such a good mood deck. Very interesting animals as well. You see? It's gorgeous. Next is Light Seers. You have seen Light Seers for sure. I don't have to show you all the cards. Just quickly, if there is one person here who has not seen Light Seers yet, this is the mass market edition. I've edged it myself. I have it in order because I use it for reference. I don't read with this deck anymore. I used to do a lot of readings with it and it reads like a charm. So this is another beautiful, colorful deck. When I was grabbing the decks for this video, I just saw this one there as well in the shelf and I thought to myself, maybe it's useful for somebody. This deck reads really well. for any type of reading. Right, next is another RWS clone, This Might Hurt Tarot by Isabella Rothman. I have the indie version, that's why I'm showing you my indie version, but this deck has a mass market version right now. It was published by Liminal 11. So these are the backs. The mass market version is blue and white. Mine is edged. I don't know if the mass market version is edged or not, but the color palette is quite the same. I love the colors on this deck. So artistic and really stunning. I mean, look at the color palette. This one too, this one too, this one too, all of them. And the indie version of it has the most incredible cardstock that you can imagine. So this is a very RWS deck, as you see, and it's beautiful. Next is the Muse Tarot by Chris Ann, published by Hay House. Another gorgeous, colorful deck. These are the backs. I've edged them. This is a collage deck with cool tones, and I like it about this deck. It's mostly cool tones, but very colorful. You get some oranges and yellows here and there, but as you see, it is mostly cooler tones. Yeah, very modern and fresh collage with a lot of empty space. That's another thing that I really like about this tarot. It is a collage tarot, but a lot of space. I do like busy collages as well, but if they're done right, like I'm a lot more picky when a collage deck is super busy. This deck shuffles really well. Next is this one, Power Thought cards by Louise Hay. So it comes in a square box. This is a Hay House production. This is our beloved Louise Hay. So these cards have a front and a back, and you get the messages on the back, and you have the images on the front. Like this one says, the past is over. This is a new day, one that I have never lived before. I love Louise Hay's affirmations. They're simple yet profound. I stay in the now and enjoy each and every moment. So it's square, it's colorful, it's a bit glossy. It's lovely. Why I have the backs and fronts mixed? Because I want to show you only the fronts, although the backs are also beautiful. So these are really useful affirmations for everyday life. Very uplifting. They're great for altar cards. And I love the glossiness of this deck. I am safe. It's only change. I think they're great to be used as altar cards. Like whatever situation you're in, it is most probably in this deck. So you can find a card and put it on your altar, and it really lifts your spirit. Next is a tarot deck, the Cosmic Slumber Tarot by Tilly Walden, and published by Liminal 11. So you guys have seen this deck, probably. This is one of those colorful decks that everybody wanted when it came out, right? This is the guidebook. Beautiful little guidebook. I have it in order, I think, right? Yeah. So I'm going to keep it in order. Look at this. This High Priestess is definitely about subconscious and inner knowing and intuition. So this is like somewhere in another planet. Yeah, I think this is definitely another planet, another realm. Look at the moon. It's glossy, and I love the fact that it is glossy. It makes it so much better. Some people don't like this glossy, thick cardstock of Liminal 11. I love it because I just overhand shuffle it, but I like the way it feels, and I love the way it reads. For me, a tarot reads differently when it's matte, very different than when it's glossy. It feels different. The whole vibe is different. Oh, it's so good. Okay, so this was the Cosmic Slumber by Tilly Walden. Next, I have for you guys Legendary Ladies Goddess deck by Anne Shen. This deck has 52 cards, I believe. It has many cards. 58. It has 58 cards. It's a tall deck. Look how beautiful it is. Come on, it's so good. This again makes my inner child so happy. And there are 58 cards, 58 goddesses from all over the world. How amazing is that? This one is Amaterasu, Inner Beauty, Inanna, Desire, Isis, Strength, Eggshell, Reinvention. Oh, this makes me so happy. And the guidebook is so short and sweet. The guidebook is so short and sweet that makes this deck work like a clarifier. I'm thinking of using this one today. I will let you know at the end of the video which ones I chose. Oh, another one that is really beautifully colored is Seasons of the Witch Mabon Oracle. So you know this Seasons of the Witch has, they have came up with 6 so far till now. But this specific edition, the Mabon edition, I just love the color palette of this one. It's so autumnal. Fall colors. So good. It's so cozy, brilliant. I mean, the artist, in my opinion, she's a genius, the illustrator. So good. I just showed you all the cards. This deck was published by Rockpool. Okay, next is Manifesting Your Greatness. This one was published by Red Feather. And it's created by Amy Chase. This is an oracle deck. These are the backs. Look how cool the backs are. Comes edged. So this is like a affirmation or manifestation messages. Just look how beautiful these colors are. This deck was sent to me for review, and I have a review of this deck on my channel. I will put the link in the description box, where I show you all the cards and read the guidebook, shuffle, test drive, everything. The cardstock is so matte, it's so yummy. I think I want this for today as the oracle deck that I want to use. Alright, next is Queer Tarot, an inclusive deck and guidebook by Ashley Molesso and Chess Needham. It comes in a beautiful large box. This was created by RP Studio. Look how beautiful the guidebook is. And so meaty. These are the backs. I have etched them. I have noticed that this deck, for some reason, looks always a lot better in person than in the camera. Although my lighting is very good and all the other decks look just fine. All the other decks look just the way they are. But for some reason, not this one. This one is just so much better in person. And the cardstock is super matte and also thick. It is almost impossible to riffle shuffle this deck, I have to tell you. The size of the cards are also larger than your standard tarot deck, so it is difficult. It's not easy to riffle shuffle it. I do not riffle shuffle this card. I just overhand shuffle. I do like thick cardstock, and I'm okay with overhand shuffling. It just takes longer, but I'm fine with it, you know. I think, like, when I'm doing this overhand shuffling, because it takes a long time, I meditate. I'm connecting to the energy of the deck. Look how cool this one is. Yeah, it's just really nice. I think I'm gonna do this for today. I think. Okay, next one is Mystical Forest Tarot Cards by Cecilia Latari, illustrated by Wes Gama. This was my summer deck. This was published by Andrews McMill Publishing. This was my summer deck. This summer I received this deck, like I pre-ordered it on Amazon because I was so excited about it. These are the gorgeous bags. I have etched it. And it is very summery and tropical. And there are a lot of animals in this deck, which I always appreciate. Everybody's skin is orange. It reads well, it shuffles well. The cards are glossy, but not high gloss. The cards are larger than your standard tarot cards. I don't think I'm going to use this today because it's very summery. We're still in the winter. I want colorful, but for me it is important that the color palette of the decks that I'm using suits the season. I'm very sensitive to that. I do have a review and a walkthrough of this deck that I will link in the description box. In that video I have done everything with this deck. I've read a few cards, I think. I've paired it with a few different oracle decks. If you're interested in buying it, watch that video. The last one, Voyager Tarot, mass market edition. These are the gorgeous packs, and look at my edging. Okay, so this deck is what I was telling you guys about, a collage deck that is busy. This is one of them. This is quite busy. It's not the busiest collage deck, but it is on the busier side of collages. But I love it. And the readings go very smoothly for me with this deck. I'm happy with the way it reads. I love it. It's so good. Again, this deck is glossy but not high gloss, and the cards are quite thick. It's stunning. I think this is my favorite collage tarot deck. Also because it reads so well, and also because I love the color palette and the look of this deck, the aesthetics of it, everything about it. Oof. So good. And I haven't read with it for a while. I think I'm gonna use this one. This was the last deck that I wanted to show you guys, and I have made my decision. I'm going to read with this one. Actually, I think it pairs very well with this Louise Hay deck. Let's see. Let us see. Okay, so here we have Five of Wands with Sage of Wands and Divine Wisdom Guides Me. I think I'm just gonna also read it like this. 2 tarot cards and 1 oracle card, because it takes some thinking and contemplation, and I like that. Let's just look at it visually, how they look visually. I think they go perfectly. So nice. I'm using the backs of the Louise Hay cards. See? Right? Now let's check the fronts. Also very nice. Also works. Beautiful. There is no blame. 8 of Worlds, Ace of Cups. What a lovely pair. So this was it, guys. This was my video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments if you want to see any of these decks in flip through with a nice music. And this message is for you. I am deeply fulfilled by all I do, with Ace of Worlds and Four of Wands.